ModRetro ride.
Retro Ryan coming at you live on tape from some dumb guy's broom closet. Today we have another unboxing. We've got a few items from ModRetro. So this is a game for the M64 console that just shipped this week. Here is the official controller. The console itself. And I also went ahead and ordered a Summer Cart 64. So this is a flash cart. Anyway, what should we start with? I think let's start with the controller. So the controller came with these controller gates and a little warning that says, heads up, the cable and battery are inside the box. So good to know. All right, bear with me here. It says security system encased, whatever that means. It better not be an Andoril joke. And before any of you talk about the founder of this company, just know that I don't care. I'm here to review the product only. All right. But do feel free to post in the comments. Free engagement. All right. Come on. It's coming. There we go. The security device was the box itself, it would seem. But this is pretty cool. This is the official, this isn't a review unit or anything. I bought this with my own money. Alright, so I think when it says the battery, yep, it was under there. Alright, cool. Let's take a look here. Oh, nice. So it's a nice braided cable, nice connectors at both ends. So it looks like, I don't know if this is maybe a breakaway cable for the controller end, but you know, this is your standard N64. Almost looks like a GameCube port, but not quite. And in here, all right. So I believe this is going to be to hold the batteries. Okay. Set that aside for now. Let's see what we got here. All right. So I got the clear model. It feels very, very nice. Let's see. Alright, I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to set this aside for now, I think. And of course, on the bottom it says, update the controller firmware immediately. And there's a QR code. Alright, very nice. Alright, now for the console itself. Same basic idea. And I think we'll take the same approach here. Let's try to shake it loose. There we go. So this is meant to be the AMD Red version. This has a AMD FPGA chip in it. So let's take a look here. All right, nice. So I think what we get in here is the console and a wall wart and a cable, but no HDMI cable. And in case anybody's curious, I do not believe there is CRT support, but I don't remember specifically. But kind of the whole idea here is to have an HDMI capable Nintendo 64. So this fits the bill, I would say. Looks like on the back, USB-C power, HDMI port, 2 more USB-C ports. Comes with an SD card. Alright, 16 gig. Looks like unbranded. That's okay. Alright. Okay. Very nice. So this aside. Put that there. And of course, this says update your M64 immediately, and I happen to know there is a firmware update available that we should install. And here is your C2C cable for power, your wall wart, and your adapters for, looks like UK, AU, and Europe, I think, and maybe Mexico. All right. And let's go ahead and have a look at the game. I just couldn't resist also getting a newly minted cartridge for this. And incidentally, as someone who has been using Mr. FPGA since 2022, I would say, the other reason I wanted to support this is because the creator of the Nintendo 64 core for Mr. FPGA, his name is Robert. I believe his online handle is FPGA Zoomspaß or something like that. Is an amazing core developer, and ModRetro actually, I don't know what their arrangement was, but they're using his code for the core here. So, all right. So I mean, this is pretty cool. Not only do you get a nice box, you get M64 throwback instruction booklet. So here we go. So yeah, got a copy of Extreme G to try out. Also got, of course, the summer cart. So I'll take that plastic off in a second. But slots in perfectly. Push the button and it'll launch it, which is great fun. Saw that in a couple other preview videos, so gotta try to catch it. Alright, maybe next time. Take a look at the cartridge too. Alright, so coming up next, let's hook this up. This time it won't be to the CRT, but rather to a, I guess a high refresh rate monitor I've got here. Not that the refresh rate really matters, but we'll do that and we'll be right back with some gameplay. Just a quick aside regarding the controller. It looks like here is your rechargeable pack, and this is for if you'd like to use AA's. To change these out, you just push down on this like so. So let's try the battery. There we go, it just kind of snaps in like that. And pull it out, pull that down, and same thing for the rechargeable. Excellent. Alright, so now let's see if we can't go ahead and get this controller firmware updated. It says you need a Chrome browser, and you need to use a USB cable. Let's try this A to C one. So here's the controller. Go ahead and plug it in. Okay, detect it. Tools.modretro.com. Okay. Let's do this. Go over here. Hopefully everybody can see okay. If not, I'm sorry. Alright. Help us improve. Sure. Connect. Connect. Alright, so it found the controller. We're just going to click update. So it's downloading the firmware. 2 updates apparently. Keep this tab focused and your computer awake. Alright. Set up instructions. Obviously I'm on Linux, I'm on SteamOS. I guess this must already have the appropriate UDEV rules enabled. So that's a bonus. This is SteamOS running on a Lenovo Legion Go. And, alright. The controller. There's no lights flashing on it or anything, but I guess we'll just be patient here. And then next we'll hopefully update the console itself, and we'll be off to the races here, so. A little bit of a glare on there, let's see here. I'm not sure if I can maybe close the blinds, I don't know. No worries. Okay. Alright, so it says it's up to date. What do you think Steam thinks of it? Let's take a look here. There we go. Interesting. Test. Yeah, I don't think it knows what to do with half of this stuff, but let's go A. We might need to switch modes on this or something to get it working in Steam. We're not going to worry about that for right now. Alright, next we're going to update the console. Okay, which I just plugged in. Okay. Alright, just so everybody can see. Okay, so we'll be right back. Alright, so here we are at the M64 menu. I'm going to hook the controller up to port 1 here. Alright, so hopefully everybody can see. Not sure if it matters which side is up. I'm guessing not. Alright. So there we go. Okay. So looks like we can do this to open the menu. There we go. Cool. Alright. Okay, and then you can go up here. So it's detected controller 1. Let me go ahead and recenter this here. Alright. Yeah, I like that. Okay, going to go ahead and connect to my Wi-Fi. When Wi-Fi is enabled, this device... I mean, it probably doesn't because I'm running a Pi-hole, but that's fine. You guys can think what you want to think about being able to connect and phone home from my network. Alright, avert your gaze for a moment. Use my, okay. Alright. Thanks for your patience, everyone. Okay. Alright. So, of course, now it said we need to check for updates. Alright. So, yeah, it looks like you tab over to this info tab. And I've just been using this jogger wheel this whole time. It's actually pretty great to have a button on the console itself. So we'll go ahead and update it. And for everybody with an analog 3D, yes, you can do this over the internet and from an SD card. And it came with an SD card. We saw earlier, I think it was a 16 gigabyte one. Okay, I was going to say, hopefully my network isn't so locked down that it can't even find the update. So here we go. Changelog. Alright. HDMI RGB color quantization on some displays. I think Video Game Esoterica was talking about that bug when he was trying to capture this console. Console roadmap, infrequent resets. Okay, nice. All right, here we go. We'll be back when it's done. Alright, it looks like, for whatever reason, the firmware update over Wi-Fi failed, and not only that, I can't connect to Wi-Fi anymore either. So, I went ahead and took the included SD card. As you can see, it's just going to spin here, connecting. So, if anybody else runs into this, just go to the ModRetro support site, look at the updating your M64 article, and it will have an SD card update section. And from there, you can just copy that to the root of the included SD card. It was pre-formatted, it was ready to go. Let's see if this works. Okay. And I guess we'll be back when this process is done. Alright, we are back. As you can see, I've updated the firmware on the summer cart. So I did that using a little Linux utility here. And then also the Looks like the M64 is done updating, so just take a look here. Change inputs. Worst menu system ever. Okay. Alright, let's see where we're at here. Okay. Yeah. 1.23. Okay. Ooh. So this version, it looks like they added this experimental section. So just so everybody's aware if you were looking for that. And then let's go ahead and see if there's another update. So basically what happened is I had to reboot it, the M64 that is. I went ahead and just power cycled it. I unplugged the power. Then the update from the SD card ran, and then after that, the subsequent update from the Wi-Fi ran. So, alright, let's go ahead and plug this in. And I'm just kind of curious what this summer cart looks like, so let's put it in. Alright, looks like it reset my input again. Let's go back into this lovely menu system. This is kind of a janky monitor, but it was cheap. Alright. And of course, I do own copies of all of these cartridges. I heard that the N64 disk drive stuff doesn't work, but I did update the firmware and the menu system on my summer cart, so I guess we could try that in a minute. And then, yeah, this is what it came with on it, so... I mean... I think the first game... I mean, I know everybody has their favorite, but... Oh, this is actually a pretty nice flash cart. Alright, let's see if Mario works. Have to pardon the monitor's built-in speakers. So far, so good. So you can open this while you're in-game. You've got... let's try CRT. Okay, that might be a little much. It actually doesn't look half bad. Who knows how this will translate on the YouTube compression, but scan lines, CRT. I mean, it'd be nice if the CRT filter had a little bit of what do you call that? A little bit of like almost a fisheye effect on it, kind of. That's all right. Integer. Ooh, that barely made it bigger, but let's try it. Image fit. Oh, okay, yeah. You're the devil if you do that. Everybody knows that. Alright, so... Super. Well, there's no need to be doing that then. Coming soon, wireless rumble. Okay. I'm guessing that means I've got rumble because I'm plugged into the M64. Low latency output, chromatic transfer pack, chromatic video pass-through. So that'll be how this thing can interface with the chromatic, which is the ModRetro Game Boy. Forced progressive scan, that would be nice. Save states, that'll be really nice. Loading games from the SD card would also be nice, but that's why I have this flash card. Anyway. Nice. And yeah, this controller is choice. You can That's awesome. Let's try the other game. Actually, let's see what happens if we just swap the cartridge out. Hopefully I don't break anything, right? Okay. What's that? Put this in. And of course. Alright, so... Nice. Looks pretty good. I would assume there's some way to do controller pack emulation or something, so it'll put it on the SD card. Details. Wired controller, no configuration options. Alright. Well, that's okay, I'll mess with that later. It's pretty cool so far.